I'm an alligator. I'm a mama, papa coming for you. I'm a space invader.
This is a perfect analogy of what the internet will be like. Inevitably, everyone will have a camera and a monitor, and it will be fast enough that we can do exactly what we're doing today in this prototype community.
You know, you like look across the pod and then somebody would be like eyeing you. You're like, why are you tuning on my channel?
So what drew you to the subject of your film, which is this guy, Josh Harris, and his idea that in the future everyone will live on camera in public?
Well, he called me and asked me if I would document cultural history. And I said, well, what is it exactly that you're doing? He said, I can't describe that to you. You'd have to see it for yourself, but we're building a bunker in Manhattan. So I went and saw, just as they were moving the first metal in for the capsules, and I saw a man hanging surveillance cameras from the ceiling, and this is 1999. And I said, okay, I'm in. I didn't know what I was filming at the time, and then it took years until, basically 2007 when I saw Facebook and status updates that I realized that what I was filming at that bunker and the way that 150 people moved in and lived under constant surveillance in public, and that really was how we were living today. It was a physical metaphor for the way that we react to technology. So I decided at that point that it was important to finish the film as soon as possible.
Is it the case this guy, Josh Harris, had people living on camera before the advent of Big Brother?
Yeah. Josh foresaw the future. He could see that people would want that he would say, Andy Warhol's wrong. People don't want 15 minutes of fame in their lifetime. They want 15 minutes every day. And he himself was desperate for fame and for recognition. And so, he grew up on the TV and mediated his whole life with cameras and technology. And really his whole life is sort of a show. And so he created that platform for other people to walk into. I think, he was pretty much right. Now that we have the internet, we see everyone posting their most personal lives for that moment where they can be recognized, and for every day, to get that feedback and to feel connected and not alone somehow.
Keep your electric on, baby. With your ray gun to my head. Press your space close to my love. Freak out in a moon age daydream, oh yeah.
What are you watching?
One of the channels.
Which one?
I was watching the one where you were walking around.
Oh, yeah?
I know We Live in Public was many years in the making. What were the challenges of working on a film over such a long period of time?
Well, the challenge, first of all, so We Live in Public was 10 years in the making and culled from 5,000 hours of footage. My movie Dig is 7 years in the making and 2,500 hours of footage. So it's something I'm not unfamiliar with. However, what the real challenge comes in the editing room. It's getting through all of that footage, finding all those moments and piecing them together. It comes more, in terms of just telling the narrative. In terms of filming, it's actually, I think, easier in some ways to follow a subject over time because life itself is so incredible, and the serendipity and the things that happen in life are so just, you could never write something as incredible as Josh Harris's story or Anton Newcomb's story in Dig, or even my movie Join Us about 4 families that leave a cult. I followed them over 2.5 years. Time provides the greatest narrative. It's just the editing room. You really have, you have to have that kind of mind that really puts puzzles together and enjoys, taking the very cream of the crop of every scene and somehow making something cohesive. And you've just got to hope that other people like it and that you're somehow communicating what you mean to communicate, because it can get really complicated. You can go a million different directions when you have 5,000 hours of footage, and you have, a decade to portray on camera. But what makes We Live in Public special is that you're looking at something that happened 10 years ago with the bunker, right? And you follow it after that. That life was so different 10 years ago. It seems like a long time, but it's really not a long time. And you wonder now, okay, where are we going to be in 10 years from now? if we didn't even really go online very much in 1999, and now online's taking over every industry in our lives. So are we going to have barcodes in our hands? I mean, in our arms? What, where are we going to be? Cyber? So that's why it's fascinating to me and important.